Hi, welcome back to the series of ISO 26262 functional safety sessions. So I am Tota Krishna Hema, your automotive expert. So today's topic is HSI specification, hardware software interface specification. This is described in part 4 of ISO 26262 with reference to clause number 6.4.7 or 6.4.7. Let us get into the details of this HSI specification. These are the highlights of this particular clause. The HSI specification is nothing but hardware software interface which deals with the interaction of hardware and software. How it will interact, how the hardware is interacting with the software. So this is part of the technical safety concept. HSI covers component hardware devices that are controlled by hardware and software resources that support the execution of software. So in this particular hardware software interface specification, HSI specification, the three different aspects are described here. So one thing is HSI characteristics. So and in annexure part, like it is dealt with HSI elements also. And the second part is second thing is diagnostic capabilities of hardware, and the third one is HSI shall be specified during system architecture design. So coming to the overview of this HSI specification, the overall interactions of this HSI hardware software interaction interface is, if you see this is the middle is like this HSI is acting as a heart of this entire technical safety concept. So it is connected to multiple artifacts of this entire safety workflow. This the entire for this entire thing, the technical safety concept is an input, and from the technical safety concept we have the specification of hardware safety elements and hardware design, evaluation of hardware architecture metrics. So I'm just reading the left side part: evaluation of safety goal violation due to random hardware failures, hardware integration and verification, and final thing is system and item integration and verification. So if you look at the right side of this particular diagram, overview diagram, then you can see technical safety concept is an input to specification of software safety components, safety requirements, and which will in turn leads to the software architecture design, and next is software unit design and implementation, software unit verification, software integration and verification, and testing of embedded software. All together, the hardware and software together will mix up, and HSI is also as per the HSI specification, which forms the system and item integration and verification, which ends up with this particular thing. So for HSI, there's the multiple inputs. Technical safety concept is an input because the HSI is built based on the technical safety concept. So it should be inconsistent with the HSI should be inconsistent with technical safety concept. So the inputs for this is specification of hardware safety requirements, specification of software safety requirements. Both safety requirements are as input, and technical safety concept is an input, and hardware design and even the software unit design and implementation all together will act as an input to this HSI specification. And this HSI specification will be an input to the hardware design and software unit design and implementation. Based on HSI, this hardware design and software unit design and implementation will be revised. So before only we will have this thing, and after that we will revise these two aspects based on HSI specification. And HSI specification will be acting as an input to this evaluation of hardware architecture metrics and even software unit verification, and it will be an input to this hardware integration and verification and testing of embedded software also, and even it will be an input to the system and item integration and verification. So this is how this hardware software interface specification is the heart of this entire technical safety concept, and even the part 4 is completely is interdependent with this HSI specification. So HSI elements. So this is described, these elements are described in annexure B of this part 4. So to aid the specification of the HSI, the following HSI elements can be considered. First one is memory. Memory is in memory also volatile and non-volatile memory. They gave an example, random access memory or RAM as an example to the volatile memory, and non-volatile memory, non-volatile RAM they gave as an example. And for uh, bus interfaces they gave CAN, controller area network, and LAN or local area network or local interconnect network, and HSSL, this internal high speed serial link. And the next thing is converter. Converter is analog to digital converter and digital to analog converter, and pulse width modulation, PWM. And we have another element called multiplexer, MX, and we have electrical input output as as one of the element, and we have an element internal watchdog and external watchdog is also HSI elements. These all are examples of HSI elements. Coming to the characteristics, these are the characteristics of HSI. The relevant operating modes of the hardware devices and the relevant configuration parameters. Example 1, it is described as operating modes. So first the point A is describing about the operating mode of hardware devices. Example 1 is describing about operating mode of hardware devices such as default, initialization, test, or advanced modes. So when it should trigger, when it should hold, when it should start its operation again. So these all things. And even example 2, in example 2 it is saying like configuration parameters such as gain control, band pass frequency, or clock prescaler. So these are all the examples which are given by the given for the operating modes of hardware devices. So there are multiple other operating modes of hardware devices also. So that comes into this category of characteristics. Coming to the next characteristics, the hardware feature that ensures the independence between elements or that supported software partitioning. So it is saying about the interconnectivity of hardware and software. So where the independence between these two elements. First of we need to ensure on the independence between the hardware and software partitioning elements. And the next thing is share and exclusive use of hardware resources. Example, memory mapping, allocation of registers, timers, interrupts, input output ports. So these all we need to ensure on how it is sharing, how the communication is happening, and how this particular HSI elements are using the resources. So whether in terms of mapping, whether in terms of ports, whether in terms of interrupts, timers, signals, or allocation of registers, these all things like we need to consider while we are writing HSI specification. Okay, and D is talking about the access mechanism to hardware devices. Example, serial, parallel slave, master slave. So these things like the communication between the hardware devices or the access mechanism between the hardware devices. If one hardware device is acting as a master, the other hardware device will act as a slave. And even in the same way, like how it is connected, like serial access mechanism or the parallel access mechanism. So these all things we need to ensure while we are writing the HSI specification. The time constraints derived from the technical safety concepts. So these all we need to ensure on while we are writing the characteristics. In the next slide we are gonna discuss more about the characteristics of HSI. So to aid the specification of the HSI, the following characteristics of HSI can be considered. So before only we have discussed about these things, but this is given in the annexure B of this part 4. A is interrupts, timing consistency, Timing consistency we will get as from technical safety concept. Data integrity, we need to maintain the integrity between the data or among the data, and initialization, so memory and registers, boot management as given as an example for the initialization, message transfer, send message, receive message, and network modes, sleeping, awakening, and memory management, reading, writing, diagnostics, address space, data types. So real-time counter, start counter, stop counter, freeze counter, load counter, these all are given as an example for HSI characteristics. So this is the example table which is given, example of inputs of internal signals. So the first thing is talking about description, channel 2, multiplex or mux number, channel 2, data type, hardware, interface, address channel 1, address channel 2, unit, interface type, comments, accuracy, percentage of range of values. So these are the inputs. So input 1, so this one line or one row is given as an example. So here it is mentioned some of the details here, and the accuracy value is given as 0.5 percentage, 0 to 5 as a range. So relevant diagnostic capabilities of hardware. So this is a second clause, or clause number 6.4.7.2. So in this one, it is described. So it is the diagnostic capabilities of a hardware is described here in this clause, in this subclause. So the relevant diagnostic capabilities of hardware and their use by the software shall be specified in the HSI specification. The hardware diagnostic features shall be defined, and example detection of overall overcurrent, short circuit, or over temperature. So this is given as one of the diagnostic feature of the hardware. The second thing is the diagnostic feature concerning the hardware to be implemented in software shall be defined. So these two are given as relevant diagnostic capabilities of hardware. The next point is the HSI shall be specified during the system architecture design. So this, because during the when we are specifying this HSI during the system architecture design, then this will be an input to the hardware architecture design and software unit design also. And the hardware development and software development will refine or revise based on this HSI specification. So let me revise it once again. So what are the contents of HSI specification is, first thing, it is talking about HSI elements, and HSI element characteristics is described in the clause, first subclause. In the second subclause, the relevant diagnostic capabilities of hardware is described, and in the third clause it is described like the HSI shall be specified during system architecture design. So that means in the initial phase only, before starting this hardware development and the software development, so we need to ensure on the HSI specification availability. So I came to the end of this topic. So if you have any doubts on this thing, you can write to me at askhematota@gmail.com. And if you like this concept, click on the like button. If you want furthermore automotive concepts, subscribe to my channel. Thank you.